Sorry, I thought my camera was like on the wrong settings. I was like, I will be so devastated. Hey Hoties, welcome to my channel. My name is hautemesstom and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to talk about my budget that I spent in August. If you are new to my channel, I'm doing a monthly budget. If you want to know all of the rules to my budget, please click on the playlist that I will link up in the cards if you want to get caught up, because I just don't go through the rules every single time. But if you are new here and you like people who are on budgets, you are on a no buy or a low buy, this is a really great safe space for you. I have a really great community of people here who are also on low buys or budgeting and no buys. I would love to have you subscribe to become part of our community. I would really appreciate if you liked this video, and I'm also on patreon.com if you would like to support me there. Thank you to everyone who is already a patron. I really appreciate you. All right, let's jump into the video. It's September. Who said that was okay? Like, who approved that? I feel like this year is going so fast and so slow simultaneously, but like, it's one of those things as you get older, and I'm not trying to claim that I'm like old by any means, but you know, whenever you're like young and your parents are like, time goes so fast, and you're like, it's gonna take 7,000 years to get to summer break. That's like the vibe when you're a child, and then you're like an adult and you're like, no, I get it now. Let me just talk about how I started August, how I'm ending August, and then I will give you a brief rundown of what I bought. I ended July with $3.86 in my budget. Rolled over, so I started August with $103.86 in my beauty budget, and I bought 2 items, and those 2 items took me down to $20.36 at the end of the month, which rolled over into this month, which we are going to have some conversations about. But let me briefly go through the 2 things that I bought last month, and we can kind of discuss them. The first thing I bought was the Atelier Vital Skin Pressed Powder, which I did a full review on. So if you missed that, I will link it up in the cards and down in the description box below for you. But in brief, I really like it. I'm glad to have it. I'm not sure I would buy it again for the cost that it is, but I like it enough that I could see myself panning it. I don't know how much the refills are going to cost. They have claimed that this is a refillable product, but they have not started selling the refills yet. But I do think this is better suited for drier skin. I've been really enjoying having it and using it. I've continued to use it since I did my review on it, so that's always a good sign. Sometimes I'll do a review on something and then I will immediately be like, okay, I'm never gonna touch that again, and then I normally put it in my declare bin. This one's sticking around in my collection. It's like one of those things that it'll probably take me a really long time to hit pan on, because it's not as crucial to the way that I do makeup as I think people with drier skin. Like, it's a really nice powder that doesn't leave you feeling or looking dry, which is really cool. But because I produce quite a bit of oil, it's just like not like the best powder for my skin personally, but it is really beautiful and it does a really good job. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you don't watch my shorts, you may have missed this because I haven't really publicly talked about it on my YouTube channel. Maybe I did. Maybe I have mentioned that I have acquired these, but I haven't talked about them on my channel yet. I bought the Rowan 1111 quad. This was $16 in a boxy sale. A subscriber in the comment section of the video of the brands I want to try like had mentioned that it was on sale, so I bought it. Here it is. I'm not really gonna share my feelings on this yet because I plan on doing a more in-depth review, but I will tell you this, that I'm glad I finally got my hands on it. As you may or may not know, I have officially decided that I will no longer be including shipping in my pricing. So, and then tax, it really depends on if I bother to do the math. You know, it's not a perfect system I'm doing here, but I think that's okay. You know, I think budgeting within reason, if that makes sense, like where it's like, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna like 100% do it. Like, we might be like over or under a few dollars based on like whether or not I included tax, but I'm not gonna be mad about it, okay? Atelier powder was $67.50. That's not the actual price. I got it at Credo Beauty and it was my first purchase, so they had a discount, so I used the discount to purchase that. And then the Rowan 1111 quad was $16, which obviously I did not include tax in or shipping, because $16 even would be really hard to get. I really wanted to come on here and tell you that the plan was to save September, October, and November's budget for Black Friday. However, the Labor Day sales really got me, and I will keep you posted on what's coming in. I'm hoping to get it all together and do like a video of either like first impressions or mini reviews of things that are newer to me and kind of talking through them with you. That's the plan anyway. So I do have 3 things. I bought 3 things. One of them is already here. I can show you that. I'll show you that because it is new and it's a hot commodity. But I did buy one of the new Gucci blushes, which again, I think will be fully reviewed within another review because I don't think that this warrants like its own dedicated video, especially because I only have one of the shades in the range. But I will let you know my thoughts and feelings in it probably by the time I'm able to use all of the items that are brand new to me in a video. I will have enough an impression to like let you know how I actually feel about it. Today I'm actually, on my face is a lot of my fall focuses. If you haven't seen the fall focus video, please watch. It's chaotic, good, but it is chaotic. So I'll just let you know before you go in if you haven't watched it yet. I kind of failed on my idea of what I wanted to do over the next few months, but I also want to discuss this with you. I've been thinking a lot about my budgeting for next year and how I want to do it. So here is the plan. And I know it's still early, but my channel has changed since the beginning of the year. I am now a monetized channel. I now make some money, not the most money, through my YouTube channel. So my channel is now kind of funding itself. And my whole thing was that I was willing to put up $100 a month of my own money for my budget. I have been kind of running into a crossroads, and it's only really happened the second part of the year, like since I got monetized and paid out the first time. You start to notice how the game works. And before you're monetized, you obviously want to do good numbers, right? But now, whether or not I get paid out monthly through YouTube depends on if I hit a certain threshold. They still pay you out if you don't hit the threshold if you hit the threshold in the combination between 2 months, they pay you out. And so I kind of understand how Hannah runs her channel a little bit better, and I understand like the why of that. So I'm gonna be doing something similar. I'm gonna have a beauty budget of $100 a month still. And that is for me to buy things to explore that I want to buy that may not be the most exciting or newest things in the market. And I think that's a good idea because I still think it's good to try older items, especially things that at one point were very hyped. I think it's be very interesting for things that at one point were very hyped that I was interested in that I never tried to get my hands on and be like, was this even worth all of the hype that it was having at the time it came out? And also like things like that. So $100 for me, $100 for you, or kind of for the channel. So the channel's budget is going to be $100 a month starting in January. This is not going to happen until the new year. This is like I'm not changing my budget halfway through the year. I think that's very stupid and I would not be doing that. I think that could happen in the middle of next year, depending on where my channel goes, right? Because if I could start having more money for the channel, I might buy more things to review, because there is just value in growing your channel by talking about new items that people are interested in. That's how you get the clicks, babe. And that's like one of those realities that's really unfortunate. So the channel budget, I will come up with a few items that are newly released or about to be released. And my patrons, if you are a patron, you're gonna get to vote. You're gonna get to decide what you wanna see me review each month. And that is only if I decide that I really wanna, if I find anything worth it. And I'm gonna try to make it so that the things that my channel's budget is buying is stuff that I probably wouldn't have wanted to buy with my budget. That's why there's gonna be two. And then I think we're just gonna have a monthly foundation review. So anytime there's a new foundation launch that I'm really excited about or am interested in reviewing, or that you guys are interested in hearing me review, I think that once a month that we can do a foundation review. I like reviewing foundations, and I probably wouldn't do an additional foundation review. Like, so if I use my budget for a foundation review, or if I use the channel's budget for a foundation review, I would not utilize that I'm allowed to buy a foundation. It's a hard rule, but I think you follow what I mean. I have been thinking about that a lot recently. I'm really glad I said that out loud on the channel. That's how I think it's gonna go. I obviously have the right to change that. We have some time until the beginning of the new year. But those were like things on my mind, things in the brain. So I'm happy to have shared them with you. Thank you for listening. I don't think I have anything on the outs this month because earlier in August, I did like a collection declutter. If you missed that, you can check it out. So I've already decluttered things and I think we're good to go as far as that's concerned. But yeah, I'm holding on to the two new things for now that I bought. So the West Atelier powder I'm keeping, and the Roan 1111 quad I haven't reviewed yet. So you will find out whether or not that's something I would want to be keeping. But that's it. I thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you're thinking about the beauty budget. Let me know how your beauty budgets are going, your no buys, your low buys. I want to hear all about it. What have you bought recently? What have you used your budget for? Has it been good? I want to know all about it in the comment section. If you are new here and you watched the whole video, thank you so much for watching the video. I would love to have you subscribe. You clearly enjoyed something about me to stick around to the end, and I really would appreciate it. Those were not words. Make sure you like the video before you click away. And again, I'm on Patreon if you'd like to support me there. All right, remember to follow your haute and you will find me. I will see you in my next video. Bye. What am I doing with my life? Are we okay? Are we well?